That was Skittle K over there in the background. Today we are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I said Ultimate. Ultra Deluxe. Where Skittle K is going to run through the game first, and we're going to see what kind of craziness happens.
Oh, you already know a bunch of stuff is going to go on.
You don't tell me, tell the viewers.
I forgot. Oh, I forgot we were already here. Hold on.
Yeah, restart the game.
Sorry. That's supposed to happen. I don't know how to.
Begin the game. Should be restarted.
No. That'll just take me back to the same place.
Okay. Begin the game again. What?
I don't think you can restart the game. Oh, well, we'll have to go from where we left off.
Oh my goodness.
This is sad.
That's fun.
This is so sad. This game could not even think of...
Stanley, come
You
over
go to the part that I was trying to get to.
I want to show you
This is where he's gonna go crazy, I think. Where he goes to the memories. Ugh. Right?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Why are there so many cheers?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Wow, that's pretty.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Right. Come sit. Oh, lick my face, okay? We're popping.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
So I'm guessing this game was made in 2013 or 2012.
I guess so. Something like that.
Because it keeps saying 2013 on everything.
Hey, look at that.
I know. Oh, the two people they used for the game. Remember when whenever you drove my character so insane, it showed a girl? Yeah. I want to press the smiley button.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling.
The end is never.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
I can't. How am I supposed to get in there?
I don't think you can.
I can't jump.
No, that's my fault.
No, you have to be in the jump circle.
I used all those.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can't. There's no jump circle, so it doesn't matter. How do I get in there? Oh. Why are these ones open then?
Those boxes?
The serious room. That's probably why he don't want me in there. 'Cause it's serious and this is fun.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
No, don't go down there. That's the bad place.
Oh yeah, that's where I drive him
God,
insane
no,
at.
Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Pressurized gas. Oh.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and
If I get closer to it, it gets
with
bigger
his
on my
humor
screen.
and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
How
I'm not
how
trying
it
to be
zooms
funny.
in. Oh,
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. Well, the idea for the game is good. For someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue
You're definitely
as being rather
preachy.
terse to begin with.
you're
You
always
can't know how
preachy.
much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel
I
as
don't
light and
really
airy as it...
like
Well,
it.
I thought it did. But
I'm
maybe it
out.
wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Just wait, we're about to make him go insane.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is.
Weird
Go
how I
ahead
just
and
walked
give it
over
a
water.
shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about, I know. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Oh, fuck, I completely forgot about your testing this morning. It's 7:35. You still have time to get to school.
And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't
Mom
that
will
feel
take
like
you to
what
school
we've...
real quick.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about every... But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, "End." The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you. You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a land...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I know about the meeting room. Shut up. It's not where I'm going. I'm going to the employee lounge.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Go to
open
the right
doors,
door.
this was not the
Not the
correct
left
way
door.
to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, just do that.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Really
It had
is.
really been worth the detour after all,
Yeah.
just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here,
Beautiful room.
drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I didn't say I was going to do that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult,
It shouldn't
but
be
the fact
on.
is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to
Last
listen to
time,
me.
You
see
just
that I
made me go
really
through the blue
have
door
wanted
until
you
I
to
got
be
to the
happy
red
all this
door
time?
with only
The
one
problem
red
is all these
door,
choices.
so I
The two
couldn't
of
go
us
through the
always trying
blue
to get
door.
somewhere that isn't here.
Oh,
Running and running and
so
running,
I'm
just
not
the way
gonna
you're
go
doing
through that
right
trouble
now.
again.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Nuh-uh.
And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Ah. Oh. What if I do this over and over again? Will I go back? What?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Ooh, shiny.
What happened after the room that had all the plants?
Oh, it just took you back to the beginning. The actual beginning. At this place. Just brings you
All
back
of
here
his
after it brings
co-workers
you
were
to a desert.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
Now, how
room.
did you get to
Perhaps
that
he had
area?
simply missed a memo.
Oh yeah, what's the new content?
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Yeah, but
Yes,
when I went
I
on the
have something
elevator, he
very
didn't.
exciting to
Wait,
show
no.
you.
I think I just skipped. Yeah, I restarted the game, that's why. Because I want to re-show you what happened. I think you deserve to
You
know
see,
since
Stanley,
you
I've been
began.
reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable
I
2.
think cage because they won't stop jumping on it. Both of them.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel.
It's the Ultra
An
Deluxe
entirely new
remake.
experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so
I guess
many
you could only
different
see that part
directions.
one time.
This is what fans have truly been asking for.
You had to go through all that just to get to this?
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
What's on there's a bus in the studio?
What? Why?
Well then. There's new content. Can you get on it?
No.
You're talking bus and not all in.
Why would a bus like that carries only people bring stuff?
I don't know. Maybe it's representation.
Oh
my god.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Oh my gosh, Loopy! Why?
Why, dog? Why? Alright. Sorry about that. The dog was being weird. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Name. That's new.
No, I've seen this area before. What I want you to do is go to a certain area.
Come on. Hear your name in the game. Okay.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself,
favorite area.
what do
Right
players
there.
really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button,
also,
which
we get our
speaks the
money
name of
back
the
here in
person
this area.
playing the game.
Well, not this area
Isn't
of the
that
game, but
wonderful?
in this version of the game.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
He's so mad. He's so
If you'd only played along, that would have been your name, the button says. But no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
He would be going like you hit it to the floor.
he took it away.
He took away the button. I want to get the bucket.
All right, fine.
I want to go grab the bucket.
The stupid bucket. Oh my god, that thing.
If I can't remember where to go over here.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Reassurance bucket. The reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's cool. As long as you
The
hold on to the
bucket.
bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Oh, God.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort,
Why are you
even in
laughing
the
like
face
that?
of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact,
My
can I
bucket.
say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Let her sleep.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I think you need to go
Okay,
up
I'll be
there.
honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday.
Here, Dad.
Which would you go
When I get
with?
to the door, let them see the gate out.
Okay. Yeah.
Step niece.
Happy 12th birthday, step niece.
That's a little odd.
And get well someday. That's crazy. That's not get well. It's get well someday. So like I'll get well never, and then I'll get well afterwards. Let's go get well someday.
Sometimes when you solicit another person's
You!
opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you
You
actually
took
really
and swapped the
wanted all along.
balloons.
Happy 12th birthday, step
You
niece.
Hello,
It is.
welcome. You swapped the balloons I wanted. I pressed this button for the Get Well Saturday, and it takes this one. I don't like this narrator no more. I'm gonna
Or
purposely
actually,
drive him
Maybe I
insane
should have gone with... No.
again,
No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
but not do anything he says. I'm kidding. I need to do what he says to progress in the game.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole.
Yes,
that
the
you can
hole.
fall down forever. That's right.
Hi.
Hello.
You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward. You see? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No, I don't want to go back up.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport
Like
button
the
to go back
infinite
to
drop.
the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Like there's no bottom at all. It is the bottom.
Yeah, it's called the hole.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
They're gonna make me mad.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm purposely doing.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really
Yeah,
need
we're
to
back
see it
in the
again? I don't know
hole.
what else there is to say, Stanley.
Get
It's an
used
infinite
to
hole.
it,
It's
narrator.
exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are
Oh, I
so
can't
many
teleport back.
other fascinating exhibits that I prepared for you.
Oh no.
I really
He
spent
has
quite
to
a
give
lot
me
of
the
time on all
teleport
this,
button.
and I would very much like to show you some more of them.
You're the only one.
How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing,
Oh.
Stanley. I'll be honest
There
with
was
you.
a bottom.
I truly did not believe that anyone would
Can
actually
I have
stay
a
in the
top?
hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know. I told you the hole was infinite.
There was a
but come
bottom and I have
on.
a top.
Who actually wants
Ooh, a
to
cup.
fall forever? The hole was
New
plenty
mug.
deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we
Meeting
both
at
said
12
some things
at
we
2
didn't
p.m.
mean. Why don't we
Okay.
just put all this behind us and agree to
No,
just
I
call
don't
the
want to go to
hole
no meeting.
mostly infinite?
Can you
If that
give me
works
the
for
damn
you,
teleport
then go
button
ahead
or
and press the
anything?
teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
Okay.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't
Hey.
help but feel like you spent a little
I
less
can't.
time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't
There's-
make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh,
Nope.
how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the
Gremlin.
itch. Oh,
I'm the gremlin in the
who am I
hole.
to judge? You just do what
I'm the gremlin in the hole with my
Hit
bucket.
the teleport button when you're ready.
Gremlin
to
in the
move on.
hole with my bucket. No, I don't want out of the hole. Gremlin in the hole with my bucket. Oh, I can't get out.
Is the teleport button not working?
No.
You sure? Well, I
Yes.
mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the
He's
hole.
gonna leave
I
me
get
out.
to do
I'm fine.
everything
Fine. I'll
else.
stay in the hole. I'm
Take care,
gremlin in the
Stanley.
hole with my
I hope
bucket.
you and the hole.
Gremlin in the hole with my bucket. I'm a gremlin in the hole. I'm a gremlin in the hole. Okay, I can't get out. Let me out. I don't want to I don't want to be in the hole anymore.
Oh, you were never alone.
I said let me out.
If you didn't want to be alone.
No, I don't want to be in the hole anymore.
Oh. Okay.
How long are you gonna leave me in this goddamn show? Oh,
Secret. That's a great song.
no, this isn't the end. No, this can't be a restart.
It looks like there's like a secret thing. You have to
No,
put
this is definitely an ending. Listen to that music.
obvious.
Wow. You look weird.
What in the world?
Whoa.
Whoa, what in the world? Where is it standing? What the?
Whoa.
What did you just do?
I don't know. Oh!
Do it again. What the? Oh my god. Oh.
Stanley!
Whoa.
Oh, good,
Huh?
you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off
Huh?
there, drifting
That was a
away into
dream.
dreamland.
That was a dream?
Stanley, because this hole is
What?
just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment.
You just
So
left me a
how about
moment
if I
ago
just
and now you
pop
came
in
back.
from time to
I don't want to do your.
and wake you
No,
up
I don't want to do it.
keep you really, truly focused on the
You
hole.
left me. No.
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm
No.
looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll
I
be
always
there.
am alert.
Toodlepip.
Tailpipe! I can't get out though. You gotta help me out. Help me out of there.
You're gonna drive down again, what?
Oh no.
No,
You started me. Oh!
I don't know, put you in here.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Yeah, that's what we were doing. That's why we get stuck in a hole.
You left us stuck in a hole, dude. I wanted to. I want you to go in there. I already know what's happening.
Why am I holding a bucket?
Collectibles.
It is my bucket.
Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect
Now
all
don't
of them,
click on it.
and then you
That's
move the
really
hell on with your unremarkable life.
That's creepy.
We're all reaching for the statue.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic. All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
There was more. Just says
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted
That's
more
what an
than
AI does
anything
whenever
to
it's
create a
stupid.
sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Got a whole new game?
This is gonna how it start out now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You gonna sit there and look at that, or you gonna play it?
I was.
I was gonna just sit there and look at it?
Yeah,
Why?
because it was different.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yeah, want to drive everybody crazy. Now, where's my bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Where's
memo.
my bucket?
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket. Could have just said, Reese, you're in the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies.
Nuh-uh.
Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
My
I know
bucket.
how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point.
Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket, as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across
Then why do
one
I
of
want
these
to collect
beautiful
these?
figurines.
It's just a stupid reason to collect them. Oh, what are you hiding?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the wind, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Yes,
Yes.
the
This is
bucket has
certainly
been
the most
guiding me.
logical explanation. The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large
It was
door
that
with
area
red
you died in, right?
Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Yeah, the bucket definitely wondered that. Got it right.
The monitors jumped
Oh
to
my,
life, and Stanley
fired.
nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it
The
that
bucket?
everything would be fine.
Nearly. What?
Was the bucket under
bucket
the
almost
mind
burst
control
into tears.
facility's influence as well?
Apparently,
Had the
Stanley's
bucket
the one
been
who
told to
comforted
do
it,
things
even though
it
it's
didn't
the
wish to
reassurance
do?
bucket.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to
What?
do or not want to do in the first place?
I'm not a
These
bucket. Stop
questions
talking
raced
about the
furiously
bucket.
in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Well,
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust.
I
when
forgot. I get
suddenly,
blown up.
An image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Oh.
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
You.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said
You
the
can.
bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
No, you can't.
And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
I
Thankfully,
forgot
the
he
answer
plays
to
this
all
when
of these
you
questions
unplug the
is
phone.
yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand
You
out
just paused.
surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the
I'm
joke
pretty sure
is
the
the only way to
person
grow
who
or
made
learn
this
as a
game
comedian.
did it
An
at 2
effective
to
survey should be
see how
no
long it
less
would
than
take for
10
somebody to
pages
say it.
long
It
and
made
should
the
include the
pause a
same
little
question
longer.
reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, with each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence and who very likely die in a
I
hailstorm
don't
of bullets and mandibles.
I
All
don't
of
think
us
this is
must
a
be
part of the
prepared to give
humor
our
lesson.
lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign
Oh my god!
supreme.
What is with this game?
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter.
Yeah.
I think the fundamentals
Thank
of proper
gosh it
comedic
is.
timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I
It
believe the
wasn't
only way
actually
forward
jokes
is for
ever
us to
like
return to the
before.
2 doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more
Yeah.
appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back. I can feel it. This time, I'm really
He
going
put
to
those in
nail
there
the
so I
delivery.
couldn't jump
You'll be
off.
in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy.
When I
That's
got
what
on, they
you'll
weren't
call
there.
me.
When I get
Thank
on
goodness
it
we had
again,
an
they are
instructional
here
video.
now.
Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now? Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Bucket spook. The bucket spook. Oh.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud? Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Stanley,
Oh, I
you love the
died.
bucket so much it's like you. It's as though all of
I'm
your
dead.
other most prized possessions.
No,
fail
this
in
is a screen
comparison.
of
Yes.
death.
Well, let me try that again, Stanley.
This means I died.
I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so mental. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly
Whoa.
what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting
Stanley
room.
went straight forward.
No,
Then took the door on the
said
left.
the
Then went
bucket.
straight forward to
don't
the
go to the
elevator.
meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yeah, good,
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did
What
not
if I just-
question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the... Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it, but there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing?
Again.
What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now. I'm Dunny with the funny! Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
It's my favorite character, Bucket.
Ah, you're so right! The best character. The absolute
This time,
best
I'm really
character.
going to nail the delivery. You'll be
I
in
love the
stitches.
Bucket.
A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious
Bucket's the
concept.
best.
The king of comedy.
The
That's what you'll call
magical,
me. Thank goodness we
spectacular,
had the instructional
absolute
video.
divine Bucket.
Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now? Well, I wouldn't be the
What
king
do
of
you
comedy,
have to
that's
say
for
about
sure.
it? No,
The
nothing.
bucket
Okay.
spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The
Bucket
spoke.
spoke.
The book.
Oh, I'll figure it
Bucket
out.
for life.
Bucket for real life. Yep. Yep. We always gotta have the bucket. And not just any bucket. The only actual bucket. This one right here.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
I don't want to go back to... fine. Oh, no. No!
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading...
I haven't seen this game since Jack's Disney's playthrough.
A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think
Sorry, I was
need
talking to somebody.
Go back and rewatch that instructional video.
I have to